You threaten my family? I'll give you a mini painting offer you can't refuse.
So you want to sell your miniature painting services on Fiverr. That is great. Starting out on Fiverr might seem scary at first, going down the rabbit hole that is Fiverr, but it is so much easier than it looks. So I thought I would explain how to set up a gig, what to charge, and what pitfalls that you might want to look out for. Here we go. So first of all, you have to ask yourself the question, why are you doing this? Is it solely to make money? Are you willing to paint anything? So my point of view on this has changed quite a lot, and to be totally honest, it's still an ongoing process. On the one hand, I can take the odd jobs just to get money to spend on the channel and to grow that way. But on the other hand, I mostly take jobs that inspires me because that's when I feel I paint the best. And in this way, I have the opportunity to paint loads of different miniatures from a lot of different games. Stuff that I wouldn't have even touched or thought existed before commission painting. So pricing. This is the hardest part. In all honesty, I think it's very hard to set a fixed price for miniatures. They differ so much in details. So what I've done is that I've set a starting point and then I add and subtract price depending on the answers to the questions. But I've also added in the gig details that I don't want anybody to place orders without asking me first. Let's talk through this. What is the client really asking for? So basically, these are my 3 starting points. $10 buckaroos for a single cannon fodder mini, 65 buckaroos for heroes, $200 for monsters and bigger minis. And after I've determined the starting price, then I will ask these following questions. First of all, what is the painting standard going to be? Is it low, medium, or high? Never forget though that many of the clients asking you to paint their minis aren't painters themselves. Maybe they just want to get some minis on the table and they don't have the same high standards that you have. So be honest with yourself and the client and tell them, I don't feel like painting low quality if you don't, because I find it harder to stop myself putting in the extra time. And that way, maybe sometimes I actually overspend time and don't get paid for the time that I put in. Then there is particular effects like OSL or NMM, things that might be hard or take extra time for you, always depending on the mini in question. Then there is delivery time, and if it's in a hurry, I will charge for expedited services. Generally, these days, I only take jobs with 60 or 90 days delivery time because I want to paint when I feel like it, not because I have to. Then there is basing. Do the client want an elaborate base, or is it just going to be texture paint? You have to ask. Lastly, I ask how much free control I have of the paint job, because I want to paint the way I want to paint. This makes it a lot more fun for me. So my goal on Fiverr has always been to get paid for stuff that I want to do. I love painting different things. My dream projects are the ones that I have free control or little to no restraints and unlimited time. And ideally, it is a miniature that I've been longing to paint or something that really inspires me. This way, I actually feel like I've grown as a painter during my commissions because I've gotten to paint so many different things. It's not just Warhammer out there. There is lots of different cool minis that you should try out. So by now you're probably asking yourself, but Peter, I won't get that kind of client right off the bat, will I? And you'll be totally correct. Starting out on Fiverr, you have to do the odd jobs just to get the ball rolling and get your bearings on the platform. But then you might get return clients that really trust you, your style, and your process. So now things to look out for. Have in mind that Fiverr takes 20% from everything that you put on your quote. So, for example, when charging for freight, you have to consider that and add 20% on top of the price that you're paying to not lose money on shipping. The same goes for custom charges that might occur, and even if you're asked to buy stuff locally, like buy the mini, then you'll have to add 20% on the retail price to not lose money on the mini. That said, that might still be a lot cheaper than sending the mini to you all across the world and then all the way back again to the client, depending on where they're located. When I feel done with the job, I'll send pictures to the client from all different angles and with both black and white backdrops. And I even might send a little video of me spinning the mini around. If the client accepts that, I will then mark the order as delivered, and then I get the option to upload a picture. Here you should only upload one picture, the one picture that you like the most, because otherwise Fiverr will choose one of these pictures that you submit and then put it on your profile together with the review that your client put in. I don't know which picture it chooses if you submit multiple, but I've run into instances when Fiverr have chosen a picture of a base instead of the mini in question. And after that, there is no going back. So lastly, don't forget why you're doing this. For the vast majority of us, this is still a hobby, so it should be fun. That said, I totally get the validation and the positive feelings of getting paid for something that you've created or painted. If you're a person that aims to have lots of armies and miniatures on your own shelf, maybe commission painting isn't for you. But if you're like me and the enjoyment is in the making, then doing it for someone else can be really rewarding and fun. So try it out. And if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to ask them down below or come and hang out in the Discord and we can talk about it at length. If you want to do like these guys and support the channel, I have a Patreon and the links is in the description. Thank you for watching. Bye guys.
But Peter, I won't get that kind of client right out the bat, will I?